Hi everyone, I am Aksa Zafar and welcome back to MLTube. Here I share practical tutorials on AI, machine learning and tools that make your tech journey easier. If you love learning step by step with real examples, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a new video. In this video, we will learn about JQ library. It is important to understand how to parse JSON using this library because every hook sends structured information in JSON. For example, details about the command that's about to run and what it's doing. In most cases, we don't need the entire JSON. We just want specific values like the command itself, a description, or a status field. With JQ, we can pull out those fields directly from the terminal using simple one-line commands. It keeps our scripts clean and makes handling event data straightforward. Let's quickly install JQ before we move forward. On macOS, if you are using Homebrew Package Manager, you can run brew install JQ. On Ubuntu, if you are using apt Package Manager, you can do sudo apt install JQ. On Windows, you can use winget Package Manager and install JQ with winget install jqlang.jq. For other Linux distributions or other package managers, visit the official download page and follow the instructions for your system. If you are facing any issues, feel free to ask for help. Once installed, you can verify everything is set up by running jq-version in your terminal. Let's go to terminal for installation. I will run command brew install jq. Since I am using macOS, let's verify installation using jq-version. As you can see, JQ is installed on the system. Let's start by looking at a sample hook response file. Inside this file, there is a tool underscore input object. It contains two key properties, code, which shows the command that will run, and description, which explains what that command does. Understanding this structure is important because we will often need to read and use these values inside our hooks. Now let's see how to read this JSON file using JQ. To display the entire file content, run jq.sample-response.json. To view only what's inside the tool underscore input object, we can do jq-r.tool underscore input sample-response.json. To extract just the code value, we can do jq-r.tool underscore input.code sample-response.json. And to extract the description value, we can run jq-r.tool underscore input.description sample-response.json. Sometimes we need both values, the command and its description, in a single line. To join them together, I am running JQ with the -r flag to get plain text output. I am extracting the code and description from tool underscore input in our JSON file. When I run this, you will see each command paired with its description printed cleanly on the screen. To write this output in a file, we will use greater than operator with file name concat.txt. And to check the result, we can do cat concat.txt. This is a simple way to store command details in a readable format. Before we start building hooks, there are few key points to keep in mind. Hooks send their event data as JSON and JQ is the tool we use to read and process it. The -r flag prints values as plain text without quotes, which is what we usually want for logs or scripts. The dot notation lets us navigate through the JSON structure and access specific fields. String interpolation allows us to combine multiple values into a single formatted line. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to MLTube for more AI and machine learning tutorials.